Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus gaming series, Nexus Division matchup of Cat Daddies versus gillyShark at Bingo Night. And we are using the shortened names just so they fit on our ticker at the top. But of course, I know all of you are sitting at home saying, wait a minute, Bahamut, how did we get here? How did we get here? And I got you covered, everyone at home. I have got you covered like a wonderful pair of underwear. We've got the gillyShark at Bingo Night winning, winning the coin flip. They opted for first pick priority, banning out Braxis Holdout and Alterac Pass. The side of Cat Daddies will be banning out Dragonshire and Sky Temple. And since the opposing side of gillyShark at Bingo Night has the first pick priority, that means map pick goes over to Cat Daddies, and they'll be choosing Battlefield for map number 1. As we get into our draft, we already see one ban, and it's going to be a Rainer from the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. I prefer watching live ones because I haven't seen you cast any gillyShark Bingo Night replays. Yeah, that's because I usually catch their games live. Local pizzas. Oh, really? Okay, they make a Detroit-style pizza that's to die for. It's expensive, but worth the $40. That usually is, yeah. You like watching the VODs. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I like watching the Buttsbot, you dirty, dirty boy. But yeah, anyways, we are getting into the series. We do have a couple bans to go through. While we're getting those bans through, just want to say thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you for all the support today. We are celebrating 2 years of Twitch partner, and we did some viewer games. We're going to do some casting because this is pretty much what we've always done. This is kind of the core of the stream, and so I really do appreciate everyone hanging out, lurking, chatting, donating, following, all that stuff in between. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate the support, and for, well, for more years of fun in the future. Hopefully, you know, we continue to have more Twitch streaming fun. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of the draft, because the ban phase is already done. Samuro and Joanna banned, Rainer and Anduin. As I had mentioned, this is live patch, live game, all that stuff in between. Rhaegar nerfs, Artanis nerfs, buffs onto Gul'dan, buffs onto Whitemane, buffs onto Alexstrasza, all that stuff is here. Nerfs onto Joanna, but she's still being banned out. The question is Rhaegar nerfed hard enough? Joanna doesn't seem like she's someone to be to let through the draft. So I was trying to think of the right word for it. She still is threatening, it seems, that she still is a top tier tank. So Vala for gillyShark at Bingo Night, and Junkrat Stukov to the side of Cat Daddies. Okay, I mean, when we talk about goalkeepers, it's a term that Justin uses a lot, or control for a map. Junkrat, Stukov, they are S tier for that. We are going to get the Lee York, which I very much do like. Anduin's already banned out, which is great, so there's no potential for any sort of leap of faith. And we will see Malfurion coming through as well. So we could see an Entomb with an Emerald Dreams. That's going to be a nice kind of little wombo right there. We can call it the Crypt Keeper, maybe, something like that. Let's see. Trying to listen and enjoy the stream, but I have a 3-year showing me every Hot Wheel car he owns in this house, and will color each one and one at a time. I understand where you are for that, but for me, that's adorable. But I don't have kids, so that's the difference. I don't have kids, so I'm just like, that's so cute. But I actually I understand what you mean. Absolutely, yeah. I can definitely understand that. I did work as a camp counselor at one point, so I do understand your feelings on that one. I think Rhaegar needs to be a tiny more nerfed, to be honest, but I don't mind him. Okay, all right. I haven't honestly played against enough Rhaegar to really justify an opinion. I don't know if he's super strong, if he's super weak, or if he's right in between, but, you know, the coming weeks will be telling. A Nubrak to be grabbed with the Junkrat Stukov. Good combo coming out. Very control-based from the side of the Cat Daddies. They don't have a lot of race potential. And I talk about race potential, we're going to get the bad guy Zul'jin. Some auto attack will be coming through and stacking up the baseline. You want Axe. Now, of course, whenever we do a live game, we are just doing bets on who will win, who will lose. So that will be the gamble. No gambles on will Zul'jin finish stacks. We save those for the replay days. Last 2 picks from the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. They need a main tank. They need some extra damage. Some sort of mage would be good. But they're going to go hyper carry Vala instead. So, Deathwing, Sonya, all right. I would kind of like to see a Greymane or a Lunara, or even like some sort of mage here, like a Li Ming, who's still up and available, because Li Ming is fantastic against a Nubrek because you can use Disintegrate to get rid of the Cocoon as quickly as possible. There is some decent Cocoon clearing value. Deathwing can Molten Flame the Cocoon, but Crushinator's happy. I'm sure Crushinator is very happy right now as Artanis will round out the draft. I will be honest, gillyShark at Bingo Night have a interesting and fun draft. I will give... Oops, sorry, I'm just punching things now. Half a beverage and I just start punching my microphone. There we go. gillyShark at Bingo Night, pretty fun draft, pretty cool draft, but execution-wise from Cat Daddies looks so much stronger to me. So I'm going to go ahead and swap us over to this screen so you can see who is on what hero as we load into map number 1. I will also start the prediction which team is going to win map number 1. Get your predictions in, chat. I better see some big gambles. It's partner anniversary day. Let's get your gambles going. Hey, Magnetic, what's up, bud? You think Bingo's gonna eat them alive? Well, show it with your channel points. And for anyone saying, oh, but Bahamut, I don't have that many channel points. Well, if you're not following the channel, you can get a crap load of channel points just by that. But either way, we don't have to talk about channel points. We have to talk about these drafts. Cat Daddies on the left-hand side. We got Shoepuff on the Junkrat. UG is gonna be on that Zul'jin, Krazen will be on the Anubarak, Grazix on the Artanis, and Tay is on the Stukov. Over on the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, we are going to be seeing EKB on the Leoric, or Ekab. Kaiba Tripson playing the Malfurion. Stark will be on the Vala, it looks like. Lazy Hydra on the Giant Dragon of Deathwing, and Chesslooter on the Sonya. Let's get into bottom lane. Let's set up our player vision so we can swap between visions from time to time. As Leoric steps into a bush, there's going to be 3 members saying hello. We have the Wraith walk out. The Concussion Mine is not going to connect, and EKB will be fine for now, but with the heavy siege through top, gillyShark at Bingo Night are looking to make something happen through the bottom lane. When we look at level 1s, the big thing to note is going to be the Sonya level 1 is going to be tough as nails. Typically, I feel like Sonya's moved away from you only take Warpaint at level 1. I feel like you can kind of take any of the level 3s at level 1, or any of the 3 talents at level 1. There we go. As we peek into the top lane, man, I gotta say, Cat Daddies have way faster siege. The point, though, to make is that neither Vala, well, I guess I wouldn't say neither Vala nor Zul'jin, but Vala and Zul'jin really aren't stacking either their level 1 or their baseline. So this is pretty good to the side of Cat Daddies, as Grazix is holding bottom lane. That's a route that might be the kill. Vala vaults forward. There's a swap from Artanis. Chesslooter uses the sidewall to spear away. Deathwing did take flight. I'm not sure where he's going. He's at full HP as the top lane fort goes down to Cat Daddies. Momentum is massive here to the members of our blue team. Their Entomb value is absolutely insane. Oh, yeah. Talking about their lockdown on Cat Daddy's side, can't lock down Deathwing. No, sorry, I was unclear. I was talking about how Deathwing can clear the Anubarak Cocoon and stuff like that. That might have been what I was mentioning. I was talking about how I was wishing for a Li Ming for gillyShark at Bingo Night. But either way, invade onto the camp. Chesslooter respects the enemy team, backs away because Vala and Malfurion, Stark and Chimotripson grabbing this camp over on the right-hand side, while EKB and Grazix will be matching in top lane. This is going to be the amateur opponent, not touched by the most recent patch. Speaking of our most recent patch, I'm just trying to skim through the heroes here. I think... Oh, Artanis and Anubarak were the ones that were changed. Yeah, Anubarak did have some, he had the buff on Neribian armor, if I'm not mistaken. He had some buffs on his Hardened Carapace build. I tried it earlier. It was quick match, so it's kind of, I'm not going to use it as a judging point. I personally like the Beetle build the best. I think Beetle build is the way to go for Anubarak still. There is some diversity with some of the Hardened Carapace talents now, but I think Beetle build is the way to go. That's just my 2 cents on it. Bottom lane camp cleared out, top lane Fallen Shaman being worked on by the Artanis, and here comes our... Actually, bottom lane was a Impaler camp, so we don't even have this camp grab just yet. As we look at the gillyShark at Bingo Night crew, they are pushing up the bottom lane a little bit, getting some vision for our blue team as well. Waiting to see. Okay, so there's a bit of a fight in bottom lane. Chimotripson and Stark are going to be slowed. Lurking Arm from Stukov as well does have the low blow from level 1. That's a great concussion mine from Shoepuff. A little bit of frag launcher damage. Krazen goes in with the burrow. There's the impale. Chimotripson's the target, and that is going to be Over to the side of Cat Daddies as Kaimo Tripson takes a bit of his own nap for the next 9 seconds. The objective phase gonna be worked on by UG and the rest. Chest Looter just to clear out the bottom lane for now. Catapult left in the top lane. So far, structurally, gillyShark and Bingo Knight a little bit behind, but not counting them out. It's Battlefield of Eternity. Even when all keeps are down on a side, it doesn't feel like it's game over just yet. On Braxis, yeah, it can very much feel like game over, but here, it doesn't feel that way when you're behind. This map does feel like it has some pretty decent comeback mechanics, as that's going to be a potential double kill. Yuji tries to auto attack through the pain, trying to build some more stacks. Artanis does go down to the Nexus forces as Belith will fall. Shoepuff is going to die. It's not a double kill. It's a triple kill in favor for gillyShark at Bingo Night, as I have found the best soundboard. So with the with Alarian spawning into bottom lane and a few members of Cat Daddies respawning just now, the assumption is that gillyShark and Bingo Knight should be able to clear in lane before losing or before taking much structural damage. But Alarian is got a priority. He goes straight for the structures. N1 Baha. I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming nice one. Thank you. Ooh. Okay, there is a Wraithwalk. I wasn't sure if it was actually off cooldown or not. Could have checked actually really quickly. We could have clicked and done this, but either way. So, 10 talent here, soon to come through for both sides. gillyShark and Bingo Knight will find their first fort through the bottom lane. On the opposing side of the map, or at least the opposing side of bottom lane, we can see how much of value Alarian did get. Thank you, Kage. So bottom lane fort goes down, some parity found, but still, when we look at the map, its top lane fort still has its gate up and available, so we'll see what gillyShark and Bingo Knight can do. Stark with some 200 HP does need to back away. Kaimo Tripson back in the mix. It looks like Kazin and Shoepuff will be able to get this camp without any contest. We do have a rotation down from the rest of the team. Oh no, not bird flu. By the way, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all having a great time. If you're not following, I do a lot of Heroes of the Storm commentary and content, so if you do like Heroes of the Storm in general and you're not following, at least hit that follow button. There's going to be a burrow charge in from Manubrak. There's a swap from the Artanis onto Stark. Stark is trying to back away, but there's no CC available between Tay and Kazin. So Stark kind of picks up a couple stacks and just, he breaks the wrist and walks away, but will they be able to save their fort through the bottom lane? Zul'jin at 7 baseline stacks. When he hits 15, he'll have that 1.1 range increase to 6.6 range. And at 30 stacks and plus, well, obviously he's scaling his damage, but at 30, he will be able to have the double revolve on the cleave. 10 talent tiers around the corner for both these teams, so of course, as we always do, let's cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what these look like, because we haven't looked at the damage, healing, and experience so far for map number 1 in this best of 3 series between Cat Daddies and gillyShark and Bingo Knight. So, bottom lane fort goes down. Structural advantage still to the side of, excuse me, Cat Daddies, as I realize I'm still showing the, whoops, still showing the server and ping and stuff like that. That doesn't really matter for anyone. That was from quick match and stuff. 10 talent here to gillyShark. They want to try and make something happen here, but no Bingo Knight plays just yet. Molten Flame from the Deathwing. There's going to be a laser into Lazy Hydra trying to force some sort of cataclysm. And actually, it will be utilized, but this is a re-engage. That's going to be Chest Looter into the Entomb, as we do have a Concussion Mine saving Junkrat for now, as well as a massive shove from the Junkrat. Kazin, with the last little bit of mana, will be able to burrow away, but that gets them into the position to be able to kill the Sonya. Though gillyShark at Bingo Knight, they have Fallen Shaman top. They've got Deathwing escaping from the engagement. They've got a huge Alarian Immortal and 10 seconds on Chest Looter. Even though Chest Looter died, I think that went every which way to gillyShark at Bingo Knight. Always a great time with Baha around, am I right? Kappa? Why would you put a Kappa at the end? That doesn't make any sense. Leoric in bottom lane to push things out. Lazy Hydra with some Molten Flame, utilizing the entire energy bar as the massive shove connects onto the Vala. Leoric, though, EKB doing a lot of really good work in bottom lane. Quickly going to check while we do have a little bit of a disengage from gillyShark at Bingo Night. Catapult's not the strongest right now, dealing 290 damage into structures, half that into everything else. As we look at Kaizen, a little forward here, but anchoring for the team, threatening positioning, saying, my team could be right behind me. As we jump onto that vision, we do have Leoric showing top. All right, let's swap over vision really quickly. Artanis showing bottom lane. Looks like EKB is kind of anchoring. Does see the Anubrak for a second, but a couple members showing in bottom lane of the enemy side. Oh, Anubrak, if they scout out Anubrak, if they know that Anubrak is alone, this could be a nice dive, but I don't think they're going to go for it at gillyShark at Bingo Night. EKB in bottom lane is going to be forward in the lane. He has a really far distance to go, but he's got that Wraith Walk. And there is going to be a Anubrak catching him. This is going to be bad for Leoric. Unfortunate play. When we talk about someone out of position, we thought it was going to be the Anubrak, but it looks like this time it is going to be Leoric as Cocoon goes out onto Chest Looter. Leap is off cooldown. Concussion Mine, traps, everything lurking. Arm, oh, poor Chest Looter. They might as well just throw the bathtub on him as well, as we have a double camp in bottom lane to push things out. Deathwing does land in bottom to defend. Objective phase, though, for the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night does kind of work out. Timer of Chest Looter and the objective synergizing there, but that's a wonderful, easy no way, Anubrak lives! One auto! One auto! One singular auto. Unfortunate. Anubrak lives. Chest Looter's back up, and Immortals will be spawning in 2 seconds. No camps available. Top lane, 1 minute 40. Bottom lane, 1 minute 52. Left side, 2 minute 30. Right side, gonna be 20 some seconds. The race is burning. Oh my god, the race potential from the side of Cat Daddies has shredded through Belith, and now gillyShark at Bingo Night with even talent tiers. Down 1 kill. Down, actually, it's even in structures. Looking to make something happen here. EKB steps in. There's going to be Yuji. Popping. Oh my god, that's a huge Entomb Leap combo. Molten Flame from the Deathwing cooking up the enemy side. It's a triple kill. Make it a quadra kill. As the Junkrat throws traps back, disengages. Deathwing goes to zone back this Junkrat from getting some frag launcher value. Lazy Hydra. There you go, bud. Sonya for the camp. Let's take stock of what the structures look like in bottom and top. So, since bottom has the gate damage and the tower damage, top lane only has a little damage onto the tower and the gate. When the Immortal goes over to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, they will be pushing to top lane, and I love Leoric pushing this lane up. I love Chest Looter grabbing this camp. Things are lining up for gillyShark. They're playing the map very well. Now, if we look at the opposing side, let's talk about the defensive conditions for the member. Oh, I was hoping that there would be something good for Grazix there. Let's talk about the defensive priority for the side of Cat Daddies. They still have a healthy gate. They've got Zul'jin past his 15 mark, so he's got that extra range. Shoepuff can poke as well. Stukov's got some zoning tools. So, I'm kind of expecting gillyShark to not be able to grab top lane keep, and they're respecting that. They're gonna go bottom and split push, since I think they know there's so much stuff that can be thrown at them. Junk, if you will. But I do like the split pressure value, because it does split the enemy team. Artanis is showing top. Junkrat, Riptire bottom. Cocoon onto Malfurion. There's going to be a beam onto Lazy Hydra. Riptire waiting for Kaimo Tripsin. Gets a bit of damage. Forces the Tranquility. Bellowing Roar from Deathwing. Doesn't connect. There's an Entomb onto 2. There's going to be a leap in from Sonya. Concussion Mine from Junkrat. Big damage onto Tay, but Tay is able to back away. We did have the conflagration. It's getting some damage. Anubrak does go down in this engagement. Chest Looter so very low. Nice counter kill from the side of Cat Daddies, and they've managed to save both keeps, 50% off the keep in top lane. I love the defensive play from the side of Cat Daddies. Down a talent tier for half of that as well. All right, so camp in bottom lane. We do have the Artanis up in top. Just checking vision really quickly for both sides. Artanis should be able to clear this out. I was going to say, he should be able to clear this out before the rotation from gillyShark at Bingo Night. But still, gillyShark at Bingo Night can clear out the wave before it really pushes up at all. It's just, our blue team, our red team, excuse me, doesn't know where the entirety of the enemy is. They know that some are on this camp, but that's not enough to make an educated enough guess to step up in top lane. And Artanis, he's got Titan Killer. That's a big one right there. It's a big one into the Deathwing, Leoric, and Sonya, big health pools. Let's see, Impaler Camp followed Shaman. This delays things out in bottom, but let's look at top lane. And let's check out everyone's favorite stat that actually has no yield or no value. Let's look at some APM. Just some casual APM. Beam out from the Artanis. We are going to be seeing a Riptire from Junkrat. 2 heroics to be utilized by the side of Cat Daddies. Beam will end. We have a split onto EKB. Goes for the Wraith Walk, but actually cancels it immediately, looking for the team fight. There's going to be a root from Malfurion. Chymotrypsin not able to really set anything up there. And now we have another Immortal phase, but look at the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night on the minimap. They've got camp and top, camp and bottom to deal with. EKB on the Leoric is managing that. Lazy Hydra is stepping forward, zoning for the team. Kaizen looking to step up. You cannot cocoon the Deathwing, and so Kaizen's looking for maybe a Chymotrypsin cocoon or something, maybe even onto Stark, and there it is, onto Stark. Chess Leader going to try and clear that out. Concussion Mine and traps around Stark trying to displace him, but speaking of displacement, we have this Artanis so far in the backline. Great in tune, massive shove is going to be shy, and the Artanis does go down. Bottom lane still getting pushed in. Chymotrypsin ends the Tranquility, or at least it does expire. Lurking Arm from Stukov, Concussion Mine from the Junkrat, and it seems like this is a slow but sure disengage to the side of their Immortal on the side of Cat Daddies. The Orc showing bottom, clearing things out. 5 to 9 in kills. We're going to cycle through the other numbers once again while Deathwing lands, and this might be the step up from gillyShark at Bingo Night to step into the Immortal phase. Leap in from the Sonya onto the Zul'jin. There's going to be a lot of Molten Flame damage onto Yuji. Does have the Tostingo, and doesn't pop it in time. We have a trade, Sonya for Zul'jin. Riptire does go out from the Junkrat. Artanis up in 13 seconds. Halfway point of the objective hasn't been triggered just yet. Nubrak with a little impale. He goes in onto Stark, and Lazy Hydra gets Chain CC'd. Concussion Mine splits Chymotrypsin. Stark needs the heals, and Kaizen's able to kind of just live within the Entomb as another beam comes out from the Artanis just as he spawns. Onto Lazy Hydra, zone back the Giant Dragon. 20 seconds on the Sonya, a little less on that Zul'jin. And it seems like gillyShark at Bingo Night slowly losing out this objective phase. Stark goes for the camp on the right-hand side. Nubrak goes in. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting Nubrak to go in right there. That's going to be a cocoon onto the Leoric. Stark has to back away. Camp might be stolen away. Lazy Hydra lands down here as well. Leoric with the Wraith Walk to disengage. He actually has, I believe, the cooldown reduction as well as the damage reduction. Lazy Hydra is so very low, tries to go for the stun, but Artanis is going to chunk through him with that Titan Killer. Here's going to be a leap in from the Sonya. Grazik's getting low, so is Kaizen. That will be a kill onto the Artanis. Immortal phase still going. No one has won the Immortals, and camp goes over to gillyShark at Bingo Night. Dear Lord, what an insane game number 1. Yuji gets entombed. That's going to be a Nubrak stuck in here as well. Concussion Mine saves for a minute, but here comes the sleep from this from Chymotrypsin, and Yuji pops the Tostingo. Finally, a Nubrak does go down. Shoe Puff trying to back away. Chess Looter timing out that last slam so perfectly, able to get that last slam damage into the Tostingo Zul'jin just as it ends, and Stark was working on the objective half that time, and we see a little bit of a delay. I like this little bit of delay. Objective will go into bottom, the more well-defended lane. It allows Chess Looter to tag camp bottom and Stark to tag camp top. Really like the macro play once again from gillyShark at Bingo Night. And of course, we got to look at Cat Daddies. What is the defensive play? The Immortal, let's check the damage, numbers, and all that kind of stuff, not experience. 1,788, or 1,788 damage into structures. Chunks quite heavily. We've got a level lead for gillyShark at Bingo Night, which also will be a talent tier advantage. Zul'jin will have the double revolve on the cleave in a couple auto attacks. We can check really quickly how many he needs. He needs 3 autos onto an enemy hero to get the double revolve, which is going to be good for clear. Junkrat's got 109 stacks on his taste for explosions. He's got the spread volley for some clear as well. But how much clear can they get on the side of Cat Daddies? Big beam onto the Deathwing. Does allow him, or does force him to kind of do this little bit of a loop over on the right-hand side of our screen as we're going to pull away the talents really quickly and see what happens here. The Immortal already chunked through the shielding. Leap in from Sonya, doesn't connect. Spear onto Yuji as we have a massive shove onto Leoric. Cocoon onto the Sonya. Concussion Mine right underneath her as well. Actually, that's a steel trap if I'm not mistaken. There's a swap from Artanis. Yuji very low. Chest Looter trying to spin through the pain. Entomb with the Buried Alive from the Leoric, but everyone's disengaging. Grazik's low. There's the Molten Flame, or the conflagration value. Yuji trying to get the big plays here. Deathwing is going to get the Bellowing Roar that splits away the Anub'arak, but it kind of just buys time for the Cataclysm to come through. Keep goes down. Anub'arak, excuse me, Artanis traded for a Malfurion and a Leoric. So all I gotta say is Cat Daddies, another Titanic defense. They did lose structures, but they are the ones chasing onto the right side of the map. Oh, what's up, Camp Bells? How you doing, bud? Whew. I'm like out of breath for half of this cast.
Blue team's core is under attack.
All right, there's the target purified for the Artanis at level 20, which basically means if someone dies while Beam is out, and so long as you can see one of the enemies, Beam will recast. It also moves quicker too. It also moves quicker, which I don't know. Does it say the baseline movement? No, it doesn't really. So camp to go to bottom. gillyShark at Bingo Night will have Malfurion back up before the objective spawns. The objective will be spawning in race potential sides. How do we know this? Well, if we swap visions really quickly to the opposing side, you'll see that the shield now turns to an axe, which means that this left side, naturally, is going to be the side of Cat Daddies. But look at Cat Daddies' positioning. They want to try and make something happen before gillyShark at Bingo Night can get in position. Also, Leoric is showing in bottom lane. He was showing for a second there, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, thanks for coming by, Camp. Much appreciated. Core on the left-hand side being attacked by some catapults. The longer gillyShark at Bingo Night delay this out, the better, realistically. But that's not going to happen, as the first half of the Immortal is going to get chunked through. 45 stacks on the Junkrat, or excuse me, onto the Zul'jin. Junkrat has 123. Cocoon utilized, but I don't think he got the value they were looking for with it. Catapults and waves still on the side of Cat Daddy's core. As we zoom out a little bit, leaping from the Sonya, there's going to be some big damage onto Cat Daddy's crew as we have Shoepuff, Stukov, Zul'jin all to go down. Grazik's is split. Chest Looter trying to get some revenge for the earlier plays, as that's going to be Malfurion stepping in as well. Beam comes out from Grazik's at the last second, and Stark is already going core. Stark is saying, I know what I want to do, and I want to end the game. I'm going to revolt, repeating arrow, revolt, and just constantly drop in, excuse me, these hungering arrows. And it's looking like the shielding will drop. We have a quadra kill to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, 21 minutes into Battlefield, and it's looking like gillyShark at Bingo Night will go up in the series 1-0, 9 to 18 in kills. gillyShark at Bingo Night come through right at the end. Pretty clutch game, but we're not done just yet. GG, well played. I'm gonna catch my own breath from that one. Let's see. I can leave this Whisper. Wow. Seriously, what a great game number one. What an insanely good game number one. Choose outcome. Which team wins Battlefield of Eternity? gillyShark at Bingo Night have won the map number one. I'm being redundant by messaging them twice, but either way, just doing my job. There's the talents, if anyone is wondering what the talents are. You're rich? Congratulations. I do want to point out, if the people who voted for gillyShark at Bingo Night, they had a 1 to 1.69 payout.
not.
By the way, thank you everyone for hanging out today. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. And today is our 2-year partner anniversary. So, of course, of course, we have to do everyone's favorite thing. Everyone loves it. Everyone needs it. Everyone's gotta have it. Let's go fishing. Any primers in chat? Any prime gamers floating out in the sea that is Twitch chat? You're like, you know what? I haven't used my prime this month. I really like this Bahamut guy. The casting is fan-frickin-tastical. And I want to support him in his 2-year partner anniversary. Any primers out there? Any gifters out there? Any supporters out there? You know what? You know, just asking. Just asking. While we're getting ready for our next map, why not go fishing? Why not go fishing? Why not go fishing when we have the opportunity? You know, we're getting ready for another map. We're getting ready for another game. Why not go fishing? So, just might as well ask if there's any primers out there. I do appreciate it. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. Seriously, thank you everyone for hanging out today. I really, really do appreciate it. I seriously, I'm so elated that I get to do this as my living for all of you. Like I get to do casting. Ninja.
Bahamut fishing.
Ninja, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you very much, Ninja. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And thank you for joining the mod squad. By the way, shout out to my mods. I know I give my mods a lot of shit for not being here all the time, but I do love my mods very much, so thank you all for being here. Bandit Pets, we're gonna have to hold those for after the game. Snow, thank you for the follow. We are ready to go into our second map, and I think you already heard what it is going to be, so let's push the button. How to Prime sub on mobile? You click the subscribe button, scroll down, and there's a checkbox that says use Prime sub. Click that, and then you might actually have to refresh the stream again, and then you can sub. That's how it works. Prime Gaming is made to be difficult on purpose, just like how Amazon makes it purposefully difficult to cancel your subscription, your Primes. But let's go ahead and talk about how we got to Cursed Hollow for map number 2, because I got you covered on that one. The members of Cat Daddies this evening are going to lose the coin flip for map number 1, so that means that gillyShark at Bingo Night, they won the coin flip, opting for first pick priority. And we are going to be having gillyShark at Bingo Night banning out Braxis Holdout and Alterac Pass. The members of Cat Daddies banning out Dragonshire and Sky Temple. The first map, Battlefield of Eternity, chosen by Cat Daddies, lost by Cat Daddies. So Cat Daddies have the option for either first pick or map pick priority as the losing team. They, the red or the blue team on the left-hand side, opt for first pick. So gillyShark at Bingo Night will be choosing to take us to Cursed Hollow for map number 2. Let's see what our draft starts to look like here. You can't use Prime if you have an active. Yes, that is true. Yes. Oh, Darth Loop, you're very nice to me. All right, let's talk about what's happening here, because I am kind of a little distracted today. A little distracted. And of course, we will have a gamble for this draft once the draft comes through as well. Use the sword wisely, i.e. swing it around wildly and make sure not to hit anyone with it. Exactly. Hey, Tom, what's up, bud? I hope you're having a great evening. Hey, Tom, have you used your Prime Gaming this month? Okay, I'm done. I'm done fishing for Primes. I'm done. But I seriously, thank you everyone for hanging out. As I said, if you're not following the channel, please at least hit the follow button. It gives you some channel points that you can gamble away. Magnetic, thank you for the brand new Prime.
I will follow you to the end of the world.
I need to get that fixed. I need to get that fixed because it's using other random emotes, or other random subscriptions. But thank you, Magnetic, for the Prime Gaming. Thank you for the brand new Prime. Thank you, Magnetic. It's very generous of you. All right, so let's talk about the draft because there's a lot happening here for Cursed Hollow. We have a Abathur Dahaka ban. We've got a Anduin May ban. We're going to see a Deathwing Junkrat already to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, so they're kind of repeating a little bit so far. At least the Deathwing is a repeated pick up here. But on the opposing side, Joanna, Raynor, and Stukov pretty good pickups here. Stukov, another fantastic healer. Now, when we look at the drafts, the members of Cat Daddies are going to need what? They need some sort of mage and some sort of bruiser. So I think banning out something that has percent-based damage would be good. I was thinking, like, maybe ban Malthael or something like that, but I guess apparently with a first pick Deathwing, you're not afraid of it whatsoever. Seriously, thank you again, Magnetic, for the brand new Prime. Yes, yeah, you've got a bunch of new emotes. By the way, we have one of the best emotes on Twitch, which is Baha Weenie. We've got one of the best. We also got like Baha Agony. Got a bunch of emotes. Thank you, everyone. Diablo ban, okay. I wonder if this is a bingo thing that I'm just not knowing about. The Diablo doesn't seem like it'd be a priority for gillyShark at bingo night, to be honest. Okay. Convection Kael'thas? Is it Convection Kael'thas? Oh, wait, no, they're not gonna do it. Okay, so there's this thing with Kael'thas and Ana. So if Kael'thas goes Pyroblast, Ana can nano boost Kael'thas while the Pyroblast is mid-trajectory, mid-air, halfway on the way to the target. And you can actually buff the Pyroblast while it's already traveling. You don't have to nano the Kael'thas and then cast it. You can cast and then nano. Nope, alright. We're juicing! We're juicing for another game. No, that is going to be your draft for the for Cursed Hollow. Hypercarry Raynor for Cat Daddies. gillyShark at Bingo Night have a really terrifying composition, honestly. Sanctification or Judgment are huge here. I think gillyShark at Bingo might have this in a 2-0, but I'm not going to count out Cat Daddies just yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to start that prediction. You got 2 minutes to get your gambles in, chat. Get your gambles in, ladies and gentlemen. Get them in. Welcome in, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series Nexus Division matchup of Cat Daddies versus gillyShark at Bingo Night. We're here, loaded into map number 2, Cursed Hollow, and let's introduce our teams, because we, on the left-hand side, have Cat Daddies, Shoepuff on the Sonya, Tay to be on the Stukov, Grazix on the Imperious, Yuji to play that Raynor, and Krazen on the Joanna. Towards the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, looking to take this in a 2-0 fashion through Curse Hollow. We got Kaimo Tripson on that Malfurion. Chesslooter to play the Junkrat. Schumann on the Kael'thas. Lazy Hydra will be on that Tyrael, and Stark to play the Deathwing. As we get into mid lane, we check out our level 1s. No Convection. Obviously, gillyShark at Bingo Night are cowards. Some good gambles coming in. You got about 30 seconds or so from when you're hearing this message to get your last little bit of gambles in. Get some big gambles in, chat. I believe in you. It's partner day. Let's gamble a lot. And as I had mentioned in the last game, Sonya, a little bit of difference on the level 1. This time we're going to see Furious Blow, granted. Different Sonya, different player. But either way, just a little note right there. Imperious into Deathwing in bottom lane. Imperious did go into Burn the Impure. Consuming a Valorous brand mark deals bonus damage equal to 2.5% of the hero's maximum health. So a good talent into Deathwing. You get those marks up. You go for some autos. You chunk the big boy. Over in top lane, Chesslooter going to be playing the Junkrat. Blessed be the Bush Trap, as you see that already being set up. And in mid lane, we'll see the Malfurion, the Tyrael, and the Kael'thas getting some wave clear, getting those regeneration globes for the Kael'thas. And actually, when we look at level 1s, we only have one questing talent. Let's talk about camps, though. We can talk about talents, but everything's pretty much standard across the board. Let's talk about these camps. What I love from the side of Cat Daddies is they're actually grabbing their Bruiser camp first, and then they're going to grab their... Oh, wow, they're grabbing their Siege camp almost simultaneously. This Siege camp, I wish it was a little delayed, I'll be honest. I wish the Siege camp was grabbed around 2 minutes, because it takes a little bit for the Siege camp to waddle its way through the top lane and get all the way over here. I feel like if you grab it at 2 minutes, it should get up here by the announcement of the objective, where everyone should be rotating down to bottom. So we'll see how things actually time out. I might be completely wrong, but I just like grabbing it at the 2-minute mark. So by about 2:30-ish, it's sitting somewhere in this front gate area, and you can actually see that timing. It takes about 25 seconds, maybe 23 seconds to get near your front gate from when you grab the camp. But let's focus in onto the mid lane, let's focus in on those level 4s, and let's focus in because we have the objective phase coming up in roughly 50 seconds. Bottom lane, gonna see Lazy Hydra and Grazix doing a little bit of back and forth. Siege Giant Camp being pressured up by Lazy Hydra, but playing it nice and slow and safe. Lazy Hydra did go Justice for All, so you have the increased Shield of Righteousness. You also have the Stalwart Angel as well for the armor. And let's take a look at this camp over here that's being invaded. Schumann getting very low. Stark does need to step forward here as the Deathwing anchoring for the team. No Kaimo Trips kneeling for Stark right now because, well, I mean, it's a Deathwing. And that's going to be a swap midway through the fight. Deathwing is going to go into the Destroyer form. That's why you kind of see that incinerate around him, that AoE wing flap right there. Sonya does go down, and that is looking like a solid
First blood.
to gillyShark at Bingo Night. They might even get the first objective phase. Have I missed something? Is Triple Bruiser now meta? Yeah, I'd say it is. Yeah. We saw it a lot in Hero CCL. We've seen it in multiple different grassroots, you know, Heroes Lounge, Nexus Gaming Series. I definitely think it's gotten more popular lately, but yeah, it's definitely become a popularized thing. We are definitely seeing a lot more hyper carry compositions that revolve around not double support, but triple bruiser. It's definitely something I've noticed in the swap, because you know in the past you'd go tank, bruiser, range assassin, and then double support. But nowadays we're seeing a very strong support, a hyper carry, and then triple bruiser. We've seen a lot of these games, and it seems like Cat Daddies do like to run that kind of style. If memory serves right, I think Cat Daddies do like to run triple bruiser quite often, or at least triple frontline or double bruiser main tank sort of hyper carry deal. Gotta hydrate. So, Kaizen gets the channel, or excuse me, gets the vision on the right-hand side. Stark is going to get chunked by nearly 50%. Call that somewhere in the 30% mark. But 8 to 7 in our levels, which is surprising that gillyShark at Bingo Night have more, well, the individual kill over the enemy side. Sonya is split pushing through the top lane. gillyShark at Bingo Night might have zoned back the enemy. Kaizen split from the team, does pop the shield glare, also popping the iron skin. Lurking arm from Stukov slowly expands into Schumann. Stark with a an earth shatter, and I think that is all the time Sonya needed. The objective may have gone to gillyShark at Bingo Night, but it's going to be a top lane fort to fall in favor for Cat Daddies. Structural advantage is good. Looks like UG grabs the camp on the left-hand side. Does have that Exterminator, which inspires and does not expire on friendly minions and mercenaries. So, UG can grab this, press a W, and they'll be buffed. And there it is. Top lane, Lazy Hydra will clear things out, and we actually have a level lead, but it's not going to the team you assume. It's going to be going over to Cat Daddies, and we can start breaking down the damage, healing, and experience, and I'm curious, we can actually see maybe a little bit as to where this difference experience is coming from. Oh, Schumann, you're way too far forward, should get punished for this, and will go down. That's a chunk of experience, a boss, and the assumption of the next objective to the side of Cat Daddies. That's a rough step forward for Schumann. Now, where's the difference in experience? Mercenaries are equal. You know, it's about 800 difference. Minions are roughly 1,000. Passive is about 300, and a little bit from structures. So, slight advantages are yielding a solid level lead to the members of Cat Daddies. As Yuji's checking this camp, or the boss on the right-hand side, we have the Stukov already grabbing the objective. Tay gonna rotate in. A little root onto a couple allies, but still, objective, double boss to the side of Cat Daddies. And the reason we say double boss easily is because Cat Daddies can see Chestlet or Schumann bottom. They know that Lazy Hydra's right above them. They also know, oh, okay, Stark, hello! Not what I was expecting. Any sanctifications? Any sanctifications? No sanctifications. I commend gillyShark at Bingo Night for trying, but oh boy on that one. That's gonna be a boss, a bruiser camp. Not a curse though. A tribute over to the side of Cat Daddies, but man, Cat Daddies, they are clapping back in game number 2. I am loving the series, and caster bias aside, I want a game 3. I want a game 3. Nothing against gillyShark at Bingo Night, but I want to see these teams duke it out in game 3. Because this game 2 is already spicy. Game 1 was fantastic. Lazy Hydra, do you Eldruin's Might forward? Yuji blocking. And Stark not able to get the stall with the Skyfall at level 7. Riptire from Junkrat. Zones back a little bit. 13 talents here also will be achieved by the members of Cat Daddies, so gillyShark at Bingo Night. The next objective is on the Cat Daddy side of the map. This is a hard spot to be in. gillyShark at Bingo Night are down by 2 levels. Junkrat to clear top lane, get some soak. Deathwing in mid to do the same thing. Kaysen's a little far forward without the rest of their team. Lazy Hydra might go in for this. Yeah, they're going to try and punish the Joanna. She pops the Iron Skin. Molten Flame tickles the buns. Okay! Never mind. Pyroblast for Falling Sword. 50-second cooldown for a 100-second cooldown, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. That is all Joanna right there. Tay with the channel gets the curse. Mid lane to be cleared out. Well, at least Stark's trying to clear it out. Fort might fall actually here. No, there's not enough damage. Deathwing should have the clear in the lane. Bottom lane Fort will fall, and they're already, oh my god, they're going for, are they going sidewall and they're going keep core? No way. I mean, this is a massive experience advantage to the side of Cat Daddies. Like, nearly 3 levels. Yamato Cannon dealing how much damage into structures? 1,376, so nearly 1,400 damage into structures from the Yamato Cannon does expire. There's going to be the Cataclysm and the Bellowing Roar from the Deathwing. Stark is going to do their best to back away as Karma trips and pops the Tranquility. Big Riptire coming out from Chest Leader as well. Angelic Armament will be utilized by Grazix. Don't think it found much, if any, damage into the enemy heroes. Still have a Condemn. That's going to be a Sanctification. The turnaround from the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. They're going to be looking for something here, but that will be Tay with the massive flailing swipe, saving the moment for now. Imperius is 2 HP.
Let the curse end.
gillyShark at Bingo Night see the Imperius health and just all at once go. No experience back to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. That was the big thing they were hoping for in that moment, in my opinion, is they get a kill or two, they bolster their experience, they close that gap, they start to build back this huge, humongous gap that is formed here. Like, a level lead is one thing, but we're talking a talent tier and like 2.5 levels. I don't want to poo-poo on gillyShark at Bingo Night or any team, but this is a huge advantage to Cat Daddies, and they're going to utilize it. This is what I like to see. 2.5 level lead. They'd go for keeping mid. Concussion Mine splits Shoe Puff. Shoe Puff looking to back away. Still is Leap available. Tay getting a little bit low here. There's going to be gillyShark at Bingo Night trying to step back into all of this. Shoe Puff low, but doesn't go down. All right, so boss bottom lane, boss and top lane is 30 seconds away. Do gillyShark at Bingo Night? No, they can't. They can't. They it's a 2-level difference. They just can't. Or will they? No way. Sanctification's off cooldown. They could Holy Ground. They could Holy Ground Sanctification. It's not going to be quick enough. And this might have actually been a mistake. Falling Sword Joanna connects onto Chymotrypsin. Tranquility is here. gillyShark at Bingo Night were going for the Hail Mary, but they couldn't land it. And now they have a boss dealing what kind of damage into structures. Let's take a look. Boss is dealing 545 damage across the board. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit spacebar there. Tyrael does go down. He's gonna get 10% off his death timer. Chymotrypsin very low. Hyperion comes through, gets the snipe onto Chymotrypsin as Schumann drops the Pyroblast point blank and doesn't actually get the... Oh wait, no! Living Bomb doesn't get the value that they were expecting. A 7-1 kill game, 12 minutes in. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a map number 3. Oh, there we go, Stream Deck. Which team wins Cursed Hollow? Which team will win Cursed Hollow? Cat Daddies did, and we're heading to a map number 3. Dominant game. Definitely a dominant game. Redeemed, go get a drink. I will go get a drink at some point. Thank you. Did Bingo DC and let bots play the match? Raw burn right there. What a game, seriously. What seriously a game. That was, we're not done though. We're not done by any means. We still have a map 3. So we're just waiting to see what the teams and players go into. I'm dangerously close towards the end of my drink, which means I could make another one. And we did just have a redeem for the beverage. Could chug this down. Okay, so I'm coordinating with the teams really quickly. That was won by them. We're just waiting on a map pick. Well, I guess while we're waiting on the map pick. Yo, but we have to acknowledge that Junkrat had some really nice damage. Acknowledge that. Chug, chug, chug. All right, maybe. We have to set the lobby and stuff like that, and then I'll run and make a beverage, okay? I will run and make a beverage. It is partner anniversary day. Thank you, seriously. We're not done stream by any means, because we still have a map number 3 to go through. And I just want to take a second and thank all of you for watching, for hanging out. Bandits thinks that we're done with the stream, but we're not done with the stream, bud. I know. You keep thinking we're done, but it's not time, little bud. It's not time, little bud. All right, they want Sky. I always spell Sky wrong. So let me go ahead, and this will be map pick of this team, and I think it's this button. There we go. So that's that. Let me go ahead and update my little notepad here so I know who's got what. So first pick here, roll there. Okay, so we're just waiting on a lobby. Looks like Sonya is the game changer on both teams here. Not a bad statement whatsoever. All right, as I said, I need to run and grab a beverage. I'll be right back. All right, I will be right back. BRB for a few seconds here, okay, everyone? Don't go anywhere. We're going to get into map 3 in a couple minutes. Okay, I am back. Sorry. I have a beverage. Okay. I have a beverage. I'm here. I am ready to go. Here we go. Caster R spooky. Oh, spooky worm. Okay. Okay, so let's get this set up. Which team wins? Okay. Hey, Lazy Hydra. Well, chat, that game wasn't it. Was it not? Was that not the game? By the way, chat, thank you for the redemption on Go Get a Drink. Cheers. Cheers, chat. Cheers to you. Bandit looks like he wants a drink. No, Bandit wants food. It is very much that time of the day, and he's like, okay, dude, get off your computer and fill my bowl full of food, please. Mr. Bandit, I know you're staring at me. I know. It's not time yet. It's not time. I know. It's about that time, but it's not that time. I'm sorry, little bud. All right. We got some readies from some teams. I think we're ready to get into another best-of-3 map. Or some more pets. That is possible. That is possible. That is possible. Either way. Let's go ahead and jump into it, everyone. Welcome back into the Nexus Gaming Series, map number 3 in our Best of 3 series this evening. And we have Cat Daddies on the left-hand side, gillyShark at Bingo Night on the right. We're in map 3. It's a Best of 3, and whoever wins this will be going home the victor in this Nexus Division matchup. And let's get you all caught up as to how we might have gotten to this map. Buttons. On the left-hand side, we have Cat Daddies. They lost the coin flip initially, so gillyShark at Bingo Night opted for first pick priority for map number 1. Braxis Holdout and Alterac Pass banned out by gillyShark at Bingo Night. Dragonshire and Sky Temple banned out by Cat Daddies. The first map was Battlefield, lost by Cat Daddies. gillyShark at Bingo Night were given map pick priority as Cat Daddies wanted first pick for map number 2. And Cat Daddies won map number 2, which was Cursed Hollow, chosen by gillyShark at Bingo Night. So now gillyShark, they're the ones with the loss, and they opt for first pick priority, meaning that Cat Daddies will choose to take us to Volskaya Foundry. Let's get back into our draft. Let's see what we have here. Joanna, Anduin, to be banned out. Pretty standard bans. Standard weeks of CCL are best of 5s. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Are there any tournaments that are best of 5s? Yes. CCL is all best of 5s, except for the weighted best of 7 grand finals. I don't think any other really series do best of 5s. I think no. Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division, so the highest division of Nexus Gaming Series, those are all best of 5s in NGS Storm Division. Which I meant to cast more of this season, but I kind of flubbed that one. But either way, let's talk about the bans, because we've already talked about the maps. And we're going to Volskaya Foundry. So, Joanna and Leork banned out by the side of Cat Daddies. Andu and Junkrat banned out by the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. What is the first pick for gillyShark? Will they be looking for something on the bingo card? Will they be looking for something strong? There's a lot of options available, and it's a first pick Stukov. I have no idea, Lava. Yeah, but I know NGS does have a best of 5s for the Storm Division. Meta is only EU? Yes it is. NGS it's technically NA, but like EU players are not restricted. For example, Stark is a EU player on the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, and he plays from the UK. Or I guess not EU, it's UK, but you know what I mean. Like he is 8 hours plus from right now. So it's 1642 for me right now. So you can do the math on that one. I don't feel like doing math right now. Excessive, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. All right, so let's talk about the draft, because we have a lot happening right now. So much is happening in the draft. Holy crap. Deathwing, Zuljin to the side of Cat Daddies. gillyShark at Bingo Night will grab the Stukov, Malthael, and Abathur. We have seen the gillyShark at Bingo Night Abathur in the past. Very, very good at split pushing, backdoor and keeps, pushing the map, while the rest of the team fights down a hero. Excuse me. So we'll see if that is going to be a tactic that they can repeat on the set of gillyShark at Bingo Night. Yeah, I don't know if it's restricted to NA or EU or vice versa. You know what I mean? Rhaegar unpicked and unbanned so far in this best of 3, as far as I'm aware. Queen, you are correct. Yes, Rhaegar has seen 0 interaction with the drafts and this series, but I wouldn't take this series as a vacuum. I wouldn't say, like, I didn't see Rhaegar and I only saw Joanna bans and picks from Nexus Gaming series, Nexus Division matchup. Like, these teams also have a little bit of push and pull between each other, where, you know, you saw Samuro ban in game number 1 in the 1-2 bans. That's a target onto Stark. Which Stark also, which I kind of love that Stark. Oh, yeah, there you go. We talk about it. There it is. But let's talk about Sergeant Hammer. Sergeant Hammer got insane buffs across the board. Actually, across the board is a little too generous of a term, but she got big buffs at level 1, she got huge buffs at level 20, and she got some sprinkling in between. If you'd like to know some of the patch note buffs for some of these heroes, or nerfs for, like, Rhaegar, ! Patch in chat. Fisto and Imperious. I like the Mephisto a lot. You have percent-based damage at 16. You've got a percent-based damage from Imperious at level 1 if you go into it. I like the gillyShark at Bingo Night draft. It is a little on the... I can't think of a better word for it. The non-normal side. I've had beverages. I'm going to blame chat. But it's a little on the unique side for the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, but they might be able to pull this off. We'll have to see. This is going to be a very, very fun game. This is going to be a fantastic game between these two teams. And it's map 3. It's down to the wire. One of these teams will go home the victor. One of these teams will go home the loser, I guess. I don't know. I thought I had a better term for it. Anyways, let me go ahead and swap it over here. Let's get our Twitch prediction going. You've seen all the picks. You know what the draft looks like. Get your gambles in for the final game of the evening. Final map, final game, Cat Daddies versus gillyShark at Bingo Night. You've got a minute 30 to get your predictions in. And chat, it's partner anniversary day. I just want big gambles. I just want big gambles, chat. That's all I request of you. Big gambles, big bets. Let's introduce the teams. On the side of Cat Daddies, we have got the members of Shoepuff playing the Zul'jin. That's a different hero. UG played it in map number 1. Kazin will be on the Blaze. Tay is on the Rhaegar. We're seeing an AFK UG on the Sergeant Hammer. And we're missing a player here, but we can only assume... I'm trying to remember the player name off the top of my head, but I can't right now. It is going to be Grazix on the Deathwing up in the sky. Over on the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night, we got Kaimo Trips on the Stukov. Chess Looter on the Imperious. EKB playing that Mephisto. Stark on the Malthael. And Schumann, where are you hiding? Where's that? Oh, he just shot all the way over here. Schumann on the Abathur in the bottom lane. Base skin, boo. Let's go ahead and check out. Oops, sorry. I am pushing all the wrong buttons. There we go. Let's check out the level 1s. Oh, no, Abathur. Okay, yeah, he's going to get out of here because they would see the Locust right there. He'll try and sustain the Locust a little bit, find some damage onto the tower, but when we look at tower damage, it's a lot more from that Sergeant Hammer in the bottom lane. Deathwing drops down, slows down the rotation. Sergeant Hammer takes down 1 tower. And here's the tactic that I do love from the side of Cat Daddies, is that they're prioritizing bottom lane. I think they're going to do double soak rotation with Blaze. Ooh, Kaimo Tripson. What a play from Zul'jin. I totally didn't stop casting just to find the Stream Deck profile that I was looking for right there. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about what's happening right now on your screen, because you might be like, Bahamut, I don't understand. Why are they just hard pushing bottom? Shouldn't they prepare for A? Shouldn't they prepare for B? Yes, but also no. Control point B in the past was considered a priority for the second objective of the map, obviously, being B, and you'd usually want to prioritize the top lane, gate, all that kind of stuff, take down the well, get rid of the sustain. But since we now have the change of wells being tied to the fort and keep health pools, Stark will go down right there. Second kill over to the side of Cat Daddies. Since you have the wells tied to the health of the forts and the keeps, you kind of want to prioritize the lane that you find the most value of later in the game. So control point B, yes, it does get some value, but control point C is considered oftentimes what you utilize to start pushing through and go to core. So if you take down the bottom lane fort front gate, you take down the bottom lane fort, when you get to control point C, which is the expectation on a slow-paced, long map like Volskaya Foundry, you're expecting to be able to win through that. And I love what Cat Daddies are doing here. They're playing for the late game. Oh, Tay, you're so very low. Stark wants to get the kill. Yuji backs away. Stark with the hat is going to be chasing in. Auto attacks from Shoe Puff are chunking through, and the Malthiel goes down. Chest Looter, are you greening? Not so much. Maybe a little bit. There is a 2 for 2. It's a little bit of a...
Double kill.
It's a double kill. I tried to push the button twice, but it canceled it. Anyways, jet propulsion from the... Oh, from the blaze. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see your Abathur dead for 15 seconds, but it is early game death timers, and we're not close enough to really checking out some of the difference in talent tiers, or excuse me, the difference in damage healing experience. So let's just look at the experience right now from the 5-2 in kills sub 3 minutes into this game. We're looking at nearly 2,000 experience to roughly 1,000 experience. We're rounding up and down on that one. Look at the mercenary difference, look at the minion experience difference, and look at that total experience difference. That's why you're seeing a solid level lead to the side of Cat Daddies. Oh, 10, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, sometimes the UI can be a little deceiving. How am I liking the hammer here? Well, hammer did go into Maelstrom rounds, which was recently buffed. It went down from, I believe, a 100-second cooldown to an 80-second cooldown. I believe also the damage was increased as well. I might be wrong on that one. I do like the hover siege, which was buffed from the movement speed perspective. I think it went from either 30 to 50 or 40 to 50 in movement speed. So maneuverability for the hammer is good. I also like the Maelstrom rounds personally a lot because you also get cooldown reduction from autos onto enemies, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually, heroes or structures with basic attacks. Sorry about that. I actually really like the hammer here. I think the hammer is... The hammer buffs give her the zone control and the zoning that she always wanted to play, if that makes any sense. Like, hammer's always been a play under the umbrella hero. And umbrella is the little kind of dotted blue circle you see on the left-hand side of your screen. It did just go away because we did see the mount up from Yuji, but the big thing is I think Hammer finally has the buffs that she needs to be the zoning, play under my AoE umbrella sort of hero. And obviously it's not draft the hero, win the game, but there are factors that are playing really well into this. Rhaegar, ranged healing is really good. Totem healing and damage reduction or auto attack reduction is really good. Ancestor healing has a decent cast range. Let's see, can the members of Cat Daddies back out of this bottom lane? Yes. Meanwhile on top, Blaze is getting some burnination. You believe in the Imperious, though? I honestly think that the late game scaling from gillyShark at Bingo Night is going to be big. Percent base damage at level 1 from the Imperious. Percent base damage that was buffed, not in the last patch, but the patch before for the Malthiel. It went to 2% on the baseline percent base damage. And then Mephisto has percent base damage as well. I was playing Mephisto game earlier. I believe that we did win. I'm pretty sure we did win that game. And I know it's a quick match versus competitive like this, but once I got that percent-based damage on my Lightning Nova from Mephisto, I was chunking into the Cho'Gall and Nubarak that I was playing against. So I feel like once 16 is hit for gillyShark at Bingo Night, that is a big change. But the other thing too is, I know Volskaya is typically a long game, might not be that long if we see multiple kills like this. 8-2 in kills, 11-9 in our levels. Chymotrypsin will fall, make it 9-2 in kills. And gillyShark at Bingo Night, they're hemorrhaging a lot on the map. We do have Mule from the Abathur, but up against a hammer, it kind of feels moot. It feels like gillyShark at Bingo Night, they are just trying to grasp at straws, per se. Stark very low, able to back away on the Malthiel. I'm liking the Deathwing space control to help the hammer zone. Covert Muffin, I absolutely agree with you. They're fighting into 10. Huh? They are. I wasn't expecting the Mephisto Imperius as the last two picks because the early game draft, if I'm not mistaken, was Stukov, Abathur, Mephisto, and then the last two picks were the Imperius Mephisto, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember the draft off the top of my head, and I think I have it right. The 1, 2, 3 in no particular order was actually, I think the first pick, yeah, the first pick was the Stukov. Then I think it was Malthael Abathur, if I'm not mistaken. Chat, you might know this better than I do. I've had some celebratory beverages. Level 13 is immediately snapped by the Zul'jin. He goes for the ensnare, locks down the Mephisto, and Mephisto is dead. 10-2 in kills. Oh boy, it is a rough game right now for the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. They have got to figure out some way to claw their way back into this map because it's a 2-level difference. And by the time gillyShark and Bingo Night get close to 13, the expectation is that the Cat Daddies will be nearing 16 as the Argle Bargle is used by the Rhaegar, the Bloodlust. He's going in. They're looking to just take down Keep. They're looking to go for a quick 2-1. Game 1 was long, but they're trying to make up for it on the side of Cat Daddies. I'm going to cycle through the other numbers once again. Stark goes into the backline, gets chunked quite heavily, tries to get some healing, won't be able to do so. That's going to be a Deathwing with the Cataclysm for the kill. Schumann trying to back away. That is a clone of the Imperius Chest Looter, the real one, doing his best to poke out against the enemy team as we're looking at some of these other numbers. Deathwing with the Molten Flame taking some damage, but isn't gonna fall. Malthael, 10-second death timer. Jet propulsion from Blaze connects onto the Stukov into the backline. Kaizen is going to be able to back away. Objective phase up and available. We do have the Abathur trying to get split pressure in the bottom lane. So what I want to talk about really quickly is the success of Cat Daddies here. gillyShark at Bingo Night. They have a draft that goes very, very late game. It plays, I wouldn't say it plays slow, but it definitely does work better when you don't have the enemy team just gas into your face, because it feels very much like that. The members of Cat Daddy said, okay, gillyShark at Bingo Night, they want to play slow, they want to play safe, they want to slowly whittle down our structures through these elongated fights, and they're not taking these on the side of Cat Daddies. Cat Daddies is saying, these are our fights, we're going to play them at our pace, which is fast, we're going to get them over with, we're going to get back into siege, and we're going to control this map. Cat Daddies are doing a phenomenal isn't the right word for it. Fantastic is underselling how well they're doing. Hello? Shoepuff. It's being really, really well done. Now, Malthael doesn't go for the last rites, doesn't have a stack. Abathur does have the Bombard Strain, more pressure, but as I said, this game has to be played slow. And maybe it happens here. That's going to be a last rites onto the Toss Dingo, and Stark goes down. Shoepuff making the big play right there, holding Toss Dingo to the most critical moment. Kymo Tripson will be going down. Chest Looter trying to make some sort of play, but that will be the turret getting some decent damage. The Keep is already going down. EKB trying to make something happen here. A lone Abathur defends the core, but not really. He's going to be just going ahead and waddling or wiggling, snailing. It doesn't matter. Shoepuff and the rest of Cat Daddies will take game number 3. Here comes Stark respawning, trying to make the play. Last rites, not available for 30 seconds. The core shielding has already fallen. The core HP is down. Shoepuff at 29 HP ends the game. And that is map 3, the best of 3 series, over to Cat Daddies. Well played. Where's my camera going? Cat Daddies are so hot right now. Alrighty. Oh, man, what a series, chat. I spelled interview wrong again. Alright. Channel points have been paid. Interview? Yes, we are doing an interview. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'm just asking Shoepuff who is coming to the interview. That way I know ahead of time. Mute and deafen myself. -0? Oh, Kalis, I'm so sorry, bud, dude. I'm so sorry. All right, we're just waiting on a player to jump into the lobby for the interview. Show some stats. There's your top damage, or excuse me, top siege. I'm just gonna use my casting powers and grab Shoepuff here as we have you in this lobby. Congratulations, Shoepuff, on your 2-1 victory up against gillyShark at Bingo Night. And first, as always, gotta ask, how you feeling?
So good. Yeah, that was a rough first game. So I felt good.
I never like to really harp or dig into a loss, but let's talk about game 1 because I want to talk about mentality going into game 2 and 3. So game 1, gillyShark at Bingo Night, they have this crazy. It's not so crazy, but it's this really just hard combo. Entomb, Leap, all that kind of big blow up. When you leave game 1 after that kind of back and forth, such a close game, how do you kind of bolster the team momentum and energy to have such a strong game number 2?
I think the main thing is that we were playing really defensive in the first game. So we were playing a team that has a lot of poke and kind of playing back, where they were playing a super aggressive, like Sonya and Leo and all those kind of people just kind of running at you.
Mm-hmm.
And we just kind of wanted to switch it up and basically turn it over and do the exact same thing back to them and have all that kind of pressure and kind of take the momentum back a little bit. So rather than being on our heels, kind of being the people engaging type of thing.
Okay.
So I think that kind of helps us get into a better mind state than trying to play defensively.
So when we talk about game 3, because you were saying that you're building back this momentum, and game 2 was like a 13-minute game, sub 13-minute. It was close to that. We're looking at game number 2, and I was talking about this during the game, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Was the mentality after seeing gillyShark at Bingo Night's draft for game 3 on Volskaya Foundry, was the game plan all gas? Like, don't let them kind of slow push us? Like, is it all like, we got to take the fight, we got to take a fight, we have to push the fight?
I mean, yeah, kind of basically, even before the draft, it was kind of building from game 2 of just full momentum of, yeah, just kind of just going. We want to go at them. We want to be the people who are just kind of like going ham and not backing down type of thing. And then especially after they picked things like Abathur and whatnot, we were just, yeah, full push. Don't need to worry too much about the early team fights and have the Blaze kind of doing the double soaking role while we can just hammer at their lanes and try to take advantage of the Abathur before he kind of scales up and gets things like Mule and whatnot. So we have to basically make sure to take everything we can before he can get value.
Okay. I have maybe 1 or 2 more questions here before we get to shoutouts, and I'm trying to remember them, but I'm also trying to pay attention, so I'm forgetting the questions midway through. One of the questions, god dang it, I knew I was going to forget this immediately, and I wish I could. God, I hate when you can't remember the questions midway through the interview. But the big thing that I actually just kind of wanted to bring up is just what was there any worry up against gillyShark, like when it comes to their draft style? Like, I saw there was a Samuro ban in game 1, but no more through the rest. Were you just like, okay, they didn't pick it, we don't have to worry about it, sort of deal?
It was more that we just don't really like to play against Samuro too much, so we just didn't want to play it. And we saw that they definitely had some players who played a decent amount of Samuro, especially since they also had Abathur players, so that's kind of why we were toggling a little bit between on game 2 banning the Abathur out when we had first pick, just because we didn't want to see that. Even though maybe it would have been okay if we did the same kind of push type team that we did in game 3.
All right, I remember my last question because that was my first one. My last question is, I've casted your team a couple times here and there, and if memory serves me right, you play the triple bruiser, or I guess main tank, double bruiser, hyper carry sort of compositions, moving away from that double support. And chat was actually asking, is this more popularized? So just in your experience, is the kind of triple frontline healer hyper carry becoming more popular than double support, or is it more of a flavor / play style for a team?
I think that's more of a playstyle flavor thing than it is necessarily a popularized type of thing, because we just like to play those kinds of champions, of people that go in and
Sure, yeah.
basically cause havoc in the back lines and are pseudo tanky, so that they can kind of have their own survivability to them, without too much, basically, recourse for.
Because I've seen it throughout NGS in different divisions. I've seen it in CCL. I've seen it in Heroes Lounge. I've seen your team utilize it as well. So and chat was bringing it up to us. I was like, you know what? Let me ask them about it and see if it's a playstyle thing or just a popular thing. But either way, thank you so much for the interview. I really do appreciate you joining me, Shoepuff. Before I let you run out of here, any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
Obviously, shout outs to all the Cat Daddy fans. I know we got #1 Dota Buff Girl is our biggest fan, and anybody else. And thank you for casting, and thanks to the team for playing the games, and thanks for the gillyShark at Bingo for coming out and playing. That was really fun. It was a good series. We had a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun casting it. I hope you enjoy watching back the VOD, because it was just so entertaining to watch this entire series. Thank you for joining me for the interview. Congratulations on your victory, and I look forward to seeing you down further in Season 13 of NGS.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.